It's my first look at the quarterback position for week 16, and we're starting right now. What's up, guys? Welcome to another daily fantasy sports video. If this is your first time here and you want to become a profitable DFS player and get better betting, start now by subscribing to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything along the way. And if you're already a Holkamaniac, you know exactly what time it is. Smash that like button and we'll get rolling. Week 16 already, the quarterback position. We do have Lamar Jackson back on the slate. Is that good? So anyone that's watching this later on YouTube, be sure and come hang out with us on Twitch. We typically do these every Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We had a little bit of a different schedule after having the live final in week 15. So we're recording this on a Wednesday night or Tuesday night. Gosh, I don't even know what day it is at this point. Tuesday night. So talking about quarterbacks first, this is my data sheet that is available to all my Twitch subscribers. So make sure you get in the Discord and get access to this if you are subscriber and kind of watching this later on YouTube. But let's dive in, and it is a large slate again. Definitely going to be one where you have to keep an eye on teams and what they actually have to play for. We'll definitely dive into that a little bit more in detail as the week progresses here, but let's piece our way through. So Baltimore, obviously division game against Cleveland, 28 implied total. Lamar Jackson is 8K on DraftKings. He's 9,300 on FanDuel. 62 rushing yards. You know what you're going to get from Lamar at this point. Breaking Michael Vick's record in terms of his season on the ground. Definitely impressive there. They have priced up Kyler Murray a little bit. He's got this spot against Seattle in Seattle. Pretty tough spot to get on Kyler, I would think. Who should we look at, guys? I want to get the chat involved a little bit here. So I'll keep working my way through here. In terms of teams and game environment, let's look at game environment first. So Arizona, Seattle, that projected for currently for the most plays on the entire slate. Definitely skews towards the Seattle side. Tennessee and New Orleans, definitely an interesting situation there. Carolina, Indy, bunch of division games for sure. So I don't know if there's really a game that stands out a ton for pace overall, but just individual teams, Seattle against Arizona. We know that Arizona's been playing a little bit lower pace as of normal, but they're still elevating play volume on the other side a ton. So that's really interesting. Before we go any further, I'm always trying to find unique and creative ways to give back to the community, and at the same time try and get you guys involved in what we're trying to build here. So if I hit 10K followers on Instagram before the Super Bowl, I will be free rolling one lucky member of the Holkamania community 150 lineups for the Super Bowl showdown slate. I do think this is something that we can definitely accomplish as a community. It was one of my goals for the NFL season, and it is something that you can enter this drawing multiple times by really helping out across my platform. So a couple of things that you can do: retweet anything from me when I'm talking about this contest on Twitter at Joe Holka, will get an entry. Retweet anything from me that links to my YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, or LinkedIn, you will get an entry. If on that original tweet you do reply with your DK username. So retweeting is one thing. I'm going to need your username to tally all of this up. Another great way to kind of get involved and get more entries into this drawing is to comment, like on a new YouTube video, Instagram post, or LinkedIn cheat sheet. This is all going to be within 24 hours. So if you see one of my videos go up, again, hit that notification bell so you know when all my videos go up. All you have to do is post your DK username in the comments. Against Indy, it's not a great spot by any means. Is Greer someone that pushes the ball downfield? It is a pretty good spot for deep passes. So maybe that affects Christian McCaffrey a little bit more. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Maybe he'll be in play. I'm always at least up to explore some of these cheaper options for sure. So in terms of some of the really cheap guys, Haskins obviously throws that deep touchdown to McLaurin last week at like no ownership. Gets the Giants this week. Great matchup. Someone that, I mean, he's not going to see as much pressure in the spot. Not a Haskins guy by any means, but I might be a little bit intrigued at 4,700. It's at least interesting. Unfortunate that we don't have a lot of rushing quarterbacks in the cheaper end of the salary spectrum. Gardner Minshew is someone that I keep kind of feeling my way back to, I guess, because they don't move his price. He runs a little bit. Jacksonville's terrible. We know that, but we'll have to look at pricing in terms of these wide receivers and where they're at. Short area of the field is where you do want to attack Atlanta, of course, but it's an interesting price tag at the very least. Could be a bounce back spot for Drew Lock. It was kind of a tough game environment, obviously, in Arrowhead last week. Denver just hasn't performed well historically against KC for quite some time. So 5,600, not really going to give you much on the ground either. So I don't know how much I love that play. Ryan Fitzpatrick against Cincy. Are we going back to Fitzmagic again? I don't have to talk me that hard into that. I think that's interesting. Steve says that Russ will be chalk on FanDuel. All right, let's look at that. So Russ, like I said, I'm projecting him currently for the most plays on the slate. Great matchup at home against Arizona. Nice team total. Short area of the field, deep area of the field. Pick your poison against Arizona. He's going to run. Like it. The hard thing, I guess, to work our way through here is just how much this team wants to run, how game script can completely bury you for Seattle. We know that. But yeah, it's a tough price tag. But I mean, I think that you would have to say he's one of the more kind of raw points type plays on the slate that would certainly make a lot of sense. So yeah, no issues with Russ. Kevin said that Haskins runs like a drunk baby deer with hemorrhoids. It's aggressive, but I like it. Yeah, I don't know how good you would feel about paying all. I mean, it was 4,700. I guess more or less, like I'm a big Terry McLaurin fan. Hopefully, we just get a reasonable quarterback with him in the near future. What do you guys think of Fitz, though? I think Fitz at 6K is definitely in play. This guy just gives us so much on the ground. I think people don't realize how much this guy runs. I was pumped that Nevs ended up playing. I think that I'm just going to get an idea of where his rushing was over the last couple of weeks. 33 yards on the ground last week, 65 the week before. There's definitely volatility here. He has a couple of games with 2 and 0, but 45. So, like, there's a ceiling, I guess is a better way to say, for Fitzpatrick. His price is 6K, which is a little bit cheaper, but nice matchup at home. Tighter spreads. So, like, that's what you got to love about Miami. Condensed target share. Defense is terrible. Playing against another terrible defense. Like, I don't know. Kind of in on Fitz. Someone was asking about Andy Dalton. All right. Andy. 5,200. The other side of this Miami game, obviously. Let's see. I mean, reasonable total for on the road. Yeah, I mean, I'm almost always, like, at least on board somewhat with the other side of this game. Like, who do you pair Dalton with, though? Boyd? I don't know. Maybe Mixon's just a play. He's just running all over Miami. I don't know. I definitely prefer the Fitz side at first glance. Let's talk about Ryan Tannehill. 6,600. It's kind of, I don't know if his price is really going to point from there. I will say not a great matchup for New Orleans, but yeah, I mean, it's tough to really argue with what Tannehill's been able to do this year. So I think that at 6,600, probably one of the better raw points plays on the slate. Certainly, even at that price, I think he's at least in play. 7,800 on FanDuel, so like kind of the same price range as Kyler over there. If you want to learn more about how to be a profitable DFS player and get better at betting, start now by hitting the subscribe icon in the bottom right-hand corner so you don't miss anything. If you want to take that a step further, come hang out with us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Joe Holka. I go live every Sunday morning at 10:30 Eastern time to get you ready before kickoff. I'll see you then.